Hi, this is Mr. Michelle, and this is Tinkercad Session A. We're going to start very basic this time. So right now you're looking at my screen, and we are on Tinkercad.com. So right now you should be logged in on your Chromebook and signed in as yourself on your Runnymede account. So what we want to do, I'm going to take you through the login procedure, and we're going to start very basic with a name tag today. Something you would see on your Keyring, kind of like these. So what we're going to do is we're going to sign in. So click the sign in button with me. You don't have to enter your email here, but you should click this blue link that says sign in using social providers. That's going to take you to this page, which you are obviously using Google on a Google Chromebook, so you're going to click Google. Click your name for your school account, and it's going to take you to this page right here. It might take you through a tutorial. However, you do want to skip that, and if it does take you through the tutorial and you're not on this page that you're seeing here, you do want to click this little spot right up here, the little square with Tinkercad in it. That will refresh the page and take you right back to this part here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to push the blue button that says Create New Design. It will load for a second, and we are on the building page. So since we're starting with a name tag, obviously what we're going to do is we're going to use text. So you want to click text. You want to drag the text over to the building section here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to right away put our name on it. So your real name is the best, in case Mr. Benora wishes to print these for you. That'd be nice. I'm going to try to center it the best I can, although it's not, too important there. The next part is we're going to make this around 4 centimeters here, 4 centimeters in height. I can click and drag to see any part of my design here, and you can see that's what the 4 looks like. This is what the 10 looks like if I were to change it back to 10. It's a lot thicker, so we want 4 centimeters for this project here. So now that we have that, I'm going to flip up to the top again. There's my name. What we'll do is we're going to add, actually, before we even do that, double click your name again, and let's mess around with the colors and whatnot. So I can make mine, if I want pink, I can make it pink. If I want it blue, I can make it blue. I actually like the blue, so I'm going to skip to that right now. If you want to change the font style, feel free. I don't think there's a lot to choose from, but why don't I stick with sans for now. So again, 4, you can actually mess around with the bevel and the segments if you'd like. The bevel will widen it a little bit. The segments will kind of smush it out like a pancake. It's all up to you. If you really want to see what it looks like, you can go to the side and you can kind of see what happens when you click these. See, this one flattens it out like a pancake. This one just adjusts the thickness of it a little bit. So it's all up to you. I'm going to leave it pretty plain like that for now. So once you've done that, I'm going to drag it to the top again, and I'm actually going to click where it says box, and we're going to insert the shape here. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to line it up with your name the best you can for right now, and you're going to click part of the box at the bottom. You see those little squares. You're going to drag them across your name the best you can for right now so it fits in. And I'm going to drag it out widthwise as well. Doesn't really matter for right now. However, what is going to matter is the height. So we said last time that our name was going to be 4 centimeters, so we're going to change this one to 2. And I'm going to push enter. And you're going to see there's my name there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to align it the best I can here with my name further down towards the bottom here. You see how I did that? I'm going to try to reduce it a little bit here. It doesn't really matter the size as long as it fits your entire name. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit, and it's just a matter of clicking the right design here for that. So I'm going to drag it out a little bit, and I'm going to move it so that my name's fully aligned there. And once you've done that, you can obviously change the background to any color you want. If you want to change it like that, that works. I don't really like the color that was there, the red, not a big fan. So I made mine dark blue for my font, and I made the background of my name tag a baby blue. So the next step that you want to do is create a little keyhole ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cylinder here, and I'm going to place it right here, and it looks a little bit big, and it is. However, when I decide to try to change the dimensions of it, you'll see that there's some numbers that pop up. So click that little square at the bottom, and I'm going to change this to make it a 5 by 5. So 5 by 5, and I'm just going to type that in there like that. You'll see the cylinder is a lot tinier than it was, a lot thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to level it the best I can here and place it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the shape, make sure it's highlighted in that blue, and I'm going to push the button Control on my keyboard and the down arrow, and it's going to push this shape down. You see that? I'm going to leave a little space there. Once I do that, okay, it doesn't really matter the color, although I can make it, white, I can make it black, it doesn't really matter. But anyways, for right now, I want to click and highlight using my mouse pad the whole object, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to group them together. When I group them together, what I should get, let's see if that worked here, ungroup. I'll play around with it a little bit. Let's see if I can group that. Maybe click that and this. Let me see if I can highlight those two things. So we got a cylinder sticking out right now. That's okay. So for right now, okay, so we actually used the wrong cylinder there. So actually you need the clear one. So take that clear cylinder, and I'm going to make those dimensions the 5 by 5. Why we want the clear one, the transparent one, is because we don't want that coming through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up the best I can. If I can't see it this way, I want to see it from the top. Okay, I just had to pause the video for a second to see what I was doing wrong there. Ugh, I just did that. It's okay if you make a mistake, just undo it. I'm going to click and drag this shape the best I can to the center from what I can see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is highlighted here, this cone or the cylinder, and we're going to push Control down, and I'm going to do it from a side view so you can kind of see it going down. So again, it's highlighted in blue, and what I'm going to do is push Control down with my arrow key so it's halfway through, and what I will do then is go back to the top. I'm going to click and then highlight all the text there and all the things and group them. And what that will do is, if you see, I'm going to have a little hole puncture in the side of the shape here, which is pretty cool. So if you want to change your background and your font size and play around with them a little bit, there it is. You can do that. I think it's because I grouped everything together is why everything is the same color. However, when you group the background and that, let's see if I were to play around with it a little bit and see if I were to not group that all together. What if I just grouped just two of these things? Just the background and the... There we go. So if I want the font to stay the dark blue or the certain color, I just have to highlight just the keyhole shape and the background, not the text. So if I highlight all of it like this, I'm going to get everything grouped in together. I don't want that. So you can see here, here's my key ring. It's got the hole puncture for the keys to fit through, the key ring, and it is three-dimensional in shape. So if I were to send it to the 3D printer, it would come out tiny, it would fit on my key ring, and it would be perfect. So try to put your name on there. Let's see what you come up with for design. You can try to get fancy with it if you'd like. Add some design to it, more than I did, but that is basically how you get your name onto a key ring and kind of make a shape.